Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again. Great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Render, ONDO, SUI and HBAR. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap taker fees, then I can recommend the crypto exchange mexc, which has a similar trading volume to Bitget, Bybit and OKX, but as you can see, I already highlighted you it here. The taker fees are far much lower than on the other top crypto exchanges, and on top of that you can save another 20% if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. Also 100 pairs, 0 fees just on mexc, and here you can trade some popular altcoins without any fees on mexc. So let's get to Render. I think we have predicted Render pretty well, but it's still, I would say difficult to trade at the moment. We have said here, rising wedge, broke to the downside, target got hit, so I can take this one out. What I don't like is that we have lost our support box. The support box was essential to hold. We lost it. We got a retest. We got the follow through. And I also have told you if that is going to happen, then we might even see the circle area, which I have put you here, which is the downside area of the panel. So I can make this panel longer. I will also show you that panel real quick. So 1 hour chart. Then you can see this panel has several touch points here: support, broke to the downside, resistance, resistance, support, also here, support, here, resistance, 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 broke to the upside, support, here also resistance. So basically this is essential to hold. If we lose that support, that panel, then Render is going to get some issues. But so far we are not close to it, so we will talk about that another time. So what now? I think Render is, like I said, difficult to trade. It might be possible that we have here a double bottom pattern. If yes, then we have to wait for the $4.63. $4.62, sorry. If that breaks to the upside, then the target of that pattern is going to tell me $4.80 is the target. Will I long it? No, because if I go long here, we get the retest for example, then this old support box is now resistance. So if we get here rejected and we drop again here, then I don't want to be in a long position, because this here is going to get us huge losses. So in that case I'm going to wait, and I'm going to wait for the currently resistance box, which is the $4.78. If they break to the upside, then I would say positive, and we can get into the top area of the panel. So what I think is, as long as we don't get over the $4.62, we can still get into that circle. But since this here is an uptrend line, the circle is going to move more to the upside. So currently $4.20, I will also put you here a price mark, to $4.34. This is going to get interesting. If we get there, I expect a bounce for Render, because we have seen a bounce in the past pretty often when we got into that trend line. I also see a bullish divergence in the chart. So basically here in the RSI we have lower highs, and in the chart we have same lows. That's a bullish divergence for me, but it's worth nothing if we don't break anything to the upside. So let's wait for the $4.78 in my view, and completely long it would be if we get over the panel and over this white trend line. I will make it green, let's say green. So if we break the cross here, which is currently the $5.27, then Render is bullish to me, and we can expect at least a push to $5.50 to $5.75 for render. So let's jump into ONDO. I think we have predicted ONDO very good. We have said here this might be a double top pattern, rectangle, anyway, something of that, broke to the downside, and we have said 92 cents to 91 cents is our target. That purple box. We got there. So basically take profits. Was set. Can take this one out. This one here as well. So what now? I think that we might have our first bullish pattern. Yeah, we haven't seen bullish patterns since a while for most of the altcoins. Most have now a bullish pattern, but it has to break to the upside. So this can be here a double bottom pattern. So if we break the 93.2 cents to the upside, then we can get back into our resistance 94.4 cents. And if we break it also to the upside, then the target of that double bottom pattern is going to get interesting, around about 95.8 cents. We also have another trend line coming from the upside. It's currently the 97.8 cents. If we break it to the upside, then I think we can expect a good push to the upside for ONDO. ONDO would be bullish to me if we break the $1.05 to the upside sustainable. Then I think we have high chances meeting the $1.10 again. So this was the bullish part. What about the bearish part? The bearish part is we don't break the 93 cents to the upside. We get rejected here, or even get rejected now and drop. Then it would be negative. So if we take out the lows here again, then I think with a high chance we can get to 89 cents. I will also put you here price mark, so you always have the number. If we also lose it, then the fair value gap here, which is the official target of this, let's say rectangle, double top pattern, doesn't matter, the target is the same, which is the 86.1 cents. I will also put you here a price mark. This one is a bit wrong, so let's say 86 cents. In that area, I would be careful with short positions because there anytime soon we can get at least a nice push to the upside. So what about SUI? I've also told you that SUI is a bit more tricky because we have so many chart patterns, but we have to bring them together. So in purple, we have had an ascending triangle, which broke to the downside, where we got support on the dark blue trend line, which was here. No, that was wrong. Which was here, the head and shoulders formatation. We bounced there, got the retest of that ascending triangle, and after that the follow through. So basically we met the target of that ascending triangle. Because I've also said we have a bullish pattern in orange, which is the falling wedge, which broke to the upside here, which got its retest here. But I have said if we break the ascending triangle to the downside, then we can expect a second retest. It happened. So basically let me delete this so we can see a bit more. So what now? I think if we break the $3.81 to the upside, then we can meet the resistance area here at $3.96. If we break it to the upside, it's long, and it's perfect that it's green. Perfect, because I wanted to have it in green anyway. Green for long, $3.96 would be very positive for sure. If we break the $3.81 to the upside, I can try a small long trade. I think that I'm still not going to do it, because this can also be just a small bounce and afterwards we sell off. So the $3.64 have to hold in my opinion. If they break to the downside, then we can drop to $3.50. If the $3.50 breaks to the downside, and the $3.50 is also the target of that head and shoulders formatation up here, this one, head and shoulders formatation. If we lose the $3.50, then we can think about a bigger pullback for SUI, which most people don't expect yet. But so far we are still far away. 7%. If we get there, then we can talk about different scenarios, because we will form some chart patterns there and can predict the price movement a bit better if we get into that area. So the target of that falling wedge in orange, the bullish target, I have to change it now because we got a second retest. So I always put the spread of that falling wedge to the second retest. If we break the $3.96 to the upside, then we can use the $4.13 as orientation. This is the target of the falling wedge in my opinion, but we also have here a fair value gap which we can close soon if we get the push to the upside. But if we get the push to the upside, for example, we break to the upside $3.81, we break to the upside $3.96, and we get into that fair value gap, then I would be careful, because I still expect a bigger pullback, but this pullback is just going to start from here then, in my opinion. Or it already started and we had here our top. Then we get the pullback and afterwards the nice push. So what about HBAR? Also pretty good predicted. So we have said the 20 cents they have to hold, they didn't hold. We had issues getting back over the 20 cents several times. We tried it here once with this breakout, with this retest, but the follow through missed. So basically here was also another sell-off. Here again we had issues getting over the 20 cents. I've also told you on the 50 minutes chart that we have here a rising wedge. If it breaks to the downside, then it would be negative and we can meet the 19.15 cents. The 19.15 cents would just be the follow through. So we got here the breakout, the retest, the follow through. Since this case happened and we have pretty well got into our target, so I can take this one out, delete it. We have to see that we are not going to drop to 18 cents because the chart patterns and the targets are going to tell me 18 cents is currently the target. We had here an head and shoulders formatation, this one here. It broke to the downside, retest, follow through, short. So what now for HBAR? First of all, we had here kinda the hope for a double bottom pattern. This hope is done. We broke it to the downside. Oh wait, let me take this one here. So we still have space to the downside down to 18.5 cents, round about that, where we have a small fair value gap. This one here. What I usually do is if we have a double bottom pattern, which is a bullish pattern, if it breaks to the downside, then I'm just taking the length, which we have put here. This is here the length. put it to our breakout point. If we break it to the downside, then I'm going to put it to the downside. Now we can even be less bearish and can say 18.6 cents is probably going to get our target, but we are very close to it, so I can take this one out as well. So I have also found a falling wedge. So our first bullish pattern. So far we just got bearish patterns into the chart. Now we have our first bullish pattern. This bullish pattern has to break to the upside. Yeah, it's worth nothing if we just have that bullish pattern. We had bearish patterns before, and we still got another top and created another bearish pattern. Then we got down again, and here we got another push to the upside. Yeah, so far we had our bearish patterns, but we didn't break anything to the downside or to the upside yet. We did it here, and here was our safe opportunity for a short trade. And the same I'm going to do for the long trade. Falling wedge has to break to the upside to get activated. It's the 19.1 cents. Then I can take the spread of the falling wedge, put it to our breakout point. Target 20.1 cents. What is the 20.1 cents? Yes, resistance. We had here the 20 cents, the 20.1 cents, and for sure this falling wedge, if we break it to the upside a bit later, then we are also going to take the target to our breakout point a bit later. So basically the 20.1 cents would be again our target if we break the falling wedge to the upside. But first of all, if we break it here to the upside, then we also have to break the horizontal resistance at 19.53 cents to the upside. There I can even increase my position size for the last push to the upside. And here we have to see if we also break the 20 cents to the upside, then it would be positive. And here I can even increase my position size a bit more. But 20 cents is for sure my take profit area, because I want to reduce my risk in that area. If we break it to the upside, I can put in more money. And yeah, that's my game plan for HBAR at the moment. So far, right now, small recap, target is still the 18 cents unless we break to the upside. So I hope that I gave you some valuable information with this video, and see you tomorrow.